She plays the next-door neighbor to the Bundys in Married with Children, and he's the head of the household in the comedy series Family Matters. Welcome, Amanda Bearse and Reginald VelJohnson. Hey, how are you? I'm sorry, I guess.
Oh, how are you? Nice to see you.
You gonna make a back?
Okay.
All right, you have to do it. Okay.
Okay, I'll go first.
Oh!
I never could play.
Oh! Well,
Your feelings.
come on, give her a round of applause. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Good, thanks.
You look wonderful. Such lovely outfits, and what a wonderful purple type thing.
I feel like a big grape. I don't know. That's what it is. I don't know. It was the quickest thing I could pull together.
Well,
know.
it looks lovely.
Well,
Luscious,
thank you. Thank you.
luscious.
It's like a singing group, really.
Yeah.
Kind of like California raisins. So have you been listening to our rather heated debate out here?
Yeah.
Sure have.
Well, I have to wear boxing gloves out here or something.
Do you have children, either of you?
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
No? Would you ever discipline someone else's child?
Sure, I do all the time on my show.
In or out of the script?
Mostly out of the script. You know, like we have a situation where the kids on our show are all 14-year-olds. So we have a little saying that hormones are exploding all over the place, you know. So with that comes, you know, you have to be a disciplinarian on screen as well as off screen as well as on, you know, because 14-year-olds are 14-year-olds. Even though they're in TV and public eye, they're still 14.
Right.
You know, so you have to act like a father and a parent, you know, when they're not there, sure.
Do their parents ever resent that?
Not at all. They ask me to do it. You know, because, well, you know, I'm with them. I'm with them like most of their time, and you know, you have to, because sometimes you can't get the work done if kids are running around playing and fooling around, and you know, so you have to be a disciplinarian all the time. So they love it.
Do they bring a lot of friends over?
Oh, do they? Yeah, discipline your friends and everything. Oh,
There's little Dave Faustino on our show. He's about that age. And he just has a whole entourage. He has more people coming and going. But these are good, they're good kids on our show.
basically, yeah. They
Well,
are
it's
my
interesting. On your show, the kids don't get a lot of discipline in the show.
Right. Isn't that the truth?
So, I mean, do they ever kind of forget and let those characters and those freedoms carry over?
Not really. They're good kids. They come from good homes. Their parents are there a lot of the time. So, no, we don't have that problem.
Okay, were you a good kid?
So what were you saying, Amanda?
Reggie?
No, I was what you call incorrigible. You know, I did strange things, and I'm from a family of 5, so I was a middle child, and like, you know, the 2 younger ones got attention, the 2 older ones got attention. I had to create my own thing, you know, so I would do crazy things, and so actually I went to my mother asked the school psychiatrist to look me over, you know, in my class. I used to do strange things, but that's how I became an actor. They said, there's nothing wrong with this boy. Just put him in something where he can, like, you know, vent that pent-up energy. So I wasn't a bad kid, but I wasn't a good one either, you know.
You know, middle kids always complain. They do. They always complain and go, Mom doesn't pay any attention to me because I'm in the middle. She gives you stuff because you're in the front and because you're the baby. But I'm in everything. And they end up getting more. They do, because they're always whining. Were you a middle kid?
No, I'm the baby.
Pampered.
No, I got
Are
a lot
you
of attention.
spoiled?
No, I'm not. No.
Were you a spoiled kid?
No, really not. But, you know, the parents are already broken in by the time they get to the youngest, so it's an easier ride, definitely. But you know, it's interesting because I went into the theater for the same reason. It's a nice refuge for a kid.
It really is.
Because you can play and imagine and create.
If you had kids, would you encourage them to perform?
Yeah. Oh, to express themselves? Absolutely.
You wouldn't be upset if they wanted to be on the Married with Children?
Well, I mean, professionally, that's different. Because I didn't grow up in Hollywood. I grew up in a small town in the South, and it's a little safer. But I don't know that I would encourage a child to go into the business because it's very hard. The hours are hard, and you don't have a childhood.
Absolutely.
It's a full-time job. I mean, these kids on our sets, they have tutors for 4 or 5 hours a day in addition to the jobs that they do on the show.
Same here.
When you have older brothers and sisters, do they discipline you?
Oh, mine did. Oh, yeah. You know, not righteous, you know, not in the right. They just mostly vented.
Right.
But it's not like they were given the right to discipline. But
how about in your family, being in the middle, did you, like, get it from the older kids and then give it on to the younger kids?
No, because I would kick the... No, I would... No. They looked up to me, really, because I was always the more outgoing, you know, and I would... my outrageousness would always get me in trouble, and they would, like, freak out about that. Well, how could you do that, you know? And now that I'm making money at it, they're even more, and how could you do that, you know? It's like thing, you know. So, no, I told them what to do. You know?
So how did you get into comedy? Have you always been a comedy actor?
Yeah, I've always had this innate comic sense about me. Where I live, you either had to make people laugh or fight, you know, so I couldn't fight, so I had to make people laugh, you know, so, yeah, I've always had this sort of comic. I had to look at life in a sort of comic way, you know, when you're, well, I don't want to say it, but when you're pro-black and, you know, you have to laugh, you know, or else you'll cry, so, yeah, I've been funny all my life, yeah. You know what I mean.
Had a healthy sense of humor. Well, I'm glad you cleared that up.
Hey, babe.
You were about to get all kind of phone calls.
See what I'm saying?
But Amanda, you have a healthy sense of adventure. You seem so calm.
well, yeah, I am.
But what do you do for adventure?
Oh, you're talking about the whitewater rafting.
Uh-huh.
That's the sort of insane thing I do. And motorcycle riding, that's a little insane, too.
Why?
For fun, just for fun.
But what makes such a seemingly calm, all-together person say, I want to go out and fight the raptor?
Well, I don't know that I said it quite that way, but actually the man who played my ex-husband on the show, my husband, now ex-husband, David Garrison, is the one who got me interested in whitewater rafting. And it's just a kick. It's not something I, you know, spend every weekend doing, but it was fun to try once, twice. If it happens again, okay. I'm not jumping out of any airplanes or anything like that. That I think I can live without.
Reginald, have you ever done anything like that?
I'll do it when they have blackwater rafting.
Well, we'll come back after these commercials and try and find out what else my guests do. Talking about all kind of stuff, but earlier in the show we've been talking about, oh, when is it okay for other people to get in your business? So now, professionally, when reporters and fans ask personal questions, do you ever feel like telling them, it's none of your business?
None of your business, that's right.
Oh, sure.
Do you tell
Sure.
them? Mm-hmm. And they still like you and stuff?
Not always. But I believe in a right to privacy, I really do.
Absolutely. Is that more important than, let's say, people's perception that we are in this business to be liked?
That's a fine line. I mean, you're a public image, so you're putting yourself out there to be judged. But, you know, and I can only speak for myself. I went into the business to act, to perform, and not to be a personality. And it's difficult. I put my work up there to be judged, and I hope people like it. But whether they like me as a person, I'm not really in control of that.
Okay. You feel the same way?
Absolutely. I feel like, you know, I don't have to tell you anything I don't want to tell you, you know, and you shouldn't, if you don't have a life, why should you ask me, you know? Go get one.
What kind of stuff does our audience think that celebrities should always be willing to answer? Yeah. Yeah. Nothing? Wait a minute. You don't want to know the private lives of people that you admire?
A lot of my friends say to me, oh, there's so-and-so. And I say, and guess what? And they have the automatic answer. And you don't care. To me, I love their work. I enjoy your work. I enjoy everything. But when I see you on the streets, I think that you want to be a person just as well as I do. And therefore, I'm not going to bother you. I don't want to know their business. I want to know their craft, their talent. That is what I want to know about them.
Nice, but, you know, they don't sell tabloids that tell you all about our craft. You know, people go into people's garbage and try to find out stuff about them. Don't you want to know that? No. No? Stand up.
Hi. I think it's only like If they want us to know, they'll tell us, but people shouldn't be going through other people's garbage trying to find out information about them, because you never know if it's true or not.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem to matter anymore. They'll print what's not true. And
Right.
unfortunately, people keep buying it.
And somebody is buying it. I mean, maybe none of the people here. But somebody buys it. Isn't there somebody who really says, yeah, I want to know? You buy. You like to, wait a minute. You buy tabloids?
Sure,
Why?
because they're interested in reading.
Do you believe him?
Not really, it's just entertaining. It's very entertaining.
So it would be okay with you if they asked me a question and I lied about it, and they wrote that. That would be okay with you to know that I just lied through my teeth?
Well, it's nice when I see a talk show or something and then you learn the truth, because they'll tell on a talk show, you know, sometimes about the lies that were told in the tabloids. But it's still entertaining when you're sitting there reading it.
Ah, so we're
On the toilet.
There's some. Nobody reads those in the toilet. They read them in the supermarket.
Oh, right.
Do you ever read the tabloids?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Isn't that weird?
Do you? Do you
Yeah,
get it hooked up in trying to find out other celebrities' lives? Or you like, ooh, share, you know?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's juicy, but I still don't want anybody to know about, you know, me.
No double standard.
Right.
Are there people that you feel like it's okay?
I really do think it's tacky, though, when they start going through people's garbage and things like that. You know, I was reading the tabloid the other day, and they had a big color picture of Elizabeth Taylor's garbage. You know, little items that she uses and things. I think that's really, who is this idiot that's walking around creeping in people's garbage, looking, oh, this. What kind of life do they have? You know, that's what I want to know. I want to ask them about them.
Also, they pay a lot of money for information. And that's disturbing, because you look around and you say, where's this information coming from?
Right.
I'm sort of safe on my show right now, but they're after a couple of the more, prominent cast members, and it's all inaccurate, and yet it's saying, inside source, so forth and so on, and they pay for
Do
this.
your friends ever get too personal?
Not my friends.
Really? They
No.
don't ask you now that, maybe they see you in a different way. They don't ask you stuff like how much money you make or,
I'm real upfront about that sort of thing with my friends, though, because that's a trust relationship.
Sure.
You would tell your friends how much money you make?
Sure.
Oh, goodness, introduce me to your friends. Shoot, the more they think I make, the more they think they can
All
have.
3 of them.
If they're your friends, I think they have a right to know, because
They
what
don't
she
have
said
no
they
right to know how much I make. My mama don't have the right to know how much I make. We'll come back with my guest, Amanda Bearse and Reginald VelJohnson after these commercials. Earlier in the show, we were talking about who should discipline whose children and all that kind of stuff. And I guess if the kids don't mind, maybe now you should spank their parents. That'd be fun. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. It's been a great show. And we'll look for you on Family Matters. When is it?
Friday at 8:30.
Friday at 8:30. And then turn to Night Court, which comes on at 9 on NBC.
Yes, please.
And thank you, Amanda, for being here. And we'll look for you every
Sunday
night.
9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock, Married with Children. And we'll look for you every morning, and we'll look for you every morning with more interesting people and talk about more interesting stuff. Have a real good day. Bye-bye.
Some of our audience members will receive a collection from Cody, including Lady Stetson, the all-American fragrance for today's spirited woman. Lady Stetson, a declaration